So, anyway. Anyway, it's Tuesday, and let me tell you, my Tuesday has kind of been rough. And one of the things that I woke up to was, oh my god, I was sneezing. Sorry, I had to burp. And one of the things that happened was my nose started bleeding. Hello. So I woke up and I was like sneezing. I had like this good luck, love. Thank you, love. And I sneezed so hard, and my nose on my left side started bleeding. I'm thinking like shit, and I look in the mirror, I had like a bloody nose on my left side, which is weird. It's weird to go through that. And, you know, it was like one of those things, like, it happened to my sister, who was like, I sneezed so hard I got a bloody nose, and she had a sinus infection. I don't have a sinus cold or anything. I don't know what the fuck happened. This is like the second time it happened. Like, last time it was, I had, I forget what it was, like a blood vessel or popped. I forget what the hell happened. Like, I just, now I'm better. Like, it was weird that I'd like wiped the blood off my nose and look, I got in a fight. I didn't freak out or anything. I just was like, oh, well, yeah. Shit happens. You know, type of thing. And, I'm a lot better. So, anyway, one of the books I ordered, I had to stretch and get it. I haven't done a book review in a while. I kind of miss it. Batman Tales Once Upon a Crime, by the team who brought you Batman Little Gotham. And let me tell you, I had to wait a while. Came from half price books in California. And let me tell you, when I saw the package and it said half price books, I had a tear in my eye. I was just like, I miss you. like I miss my bookstore. I miss going to the bookstore. It's always a fun adventure when you go to the bookstore. You go into the bookstore, you don't know what you're going to find. And for me, it was really exciting to find this book. I love the artwork, the writing. They take like I'm gonna go through like little things, like they take the story of Pinocchio, call it Waynocchio, with Damian Wayne as Pinocchio. You had Alfred as Jiminy Cricket. You have Batmite, who I can't stand. I don't really understand. I mean, here's the thing about it. Like, each story is based on a fairy tale story. It's not canon with the. I wouldn't assume it's canon with Little Gotham. Like, I think Little Gotham's like separate from this one. Like, Little Gotham had an ending. This is just sort of like they're taking the artwork and story and doing a fairy tale take on it. Like, and it's really awesome and cool to see them do, Little Gotham and a fairy tale story. It's about Damien, who is Pinocchio, and the story of Pinocchio. He wants to be a real boy because he's a wooden doll, and he wants to be a real boy, and all that. I'll be honest with you, I never really cared for Pinocchio as a story. As a Disney film, I never really cared. I'd be honest with you, I never cared for Disney films. I was one of those kids who that watched pretty much Batman the Animated Series, Looney Tunes, stuff like that. That's pretty much what I watched as a kid. I didn't really watch Mickey Mouse and Friends. I just was never into it, Oh, I'm here. So for me, I wasn't really into like the Disney, movies. Like, I mean, I watched a Goofy movie. That was it. No, wait, Goofy movie, Big Green, Angels in the Outfield. I love that one. That was, anything with baseball, I'll watch. So I mean, this one, the Damien Pinocchio story is really interesting. Then you get Princess and the Pea, which involves Catwoman. Not only involves Catwoman, it involves Bullock and Gordon, and I forget the other character. And it involves, the Joker and Harley Quinn for a while, then and Ivy, and then it jumps to like it's really interesting. Like, it was a really cool story and stuff. It kind of reminds me of, like, oddly enough, like, the story and artwork kind of reminds me of, like, Batman the Animated Series, because it has Catwoman in her gray cat suit from the animated series. It has Batman in his, like, the new Adventures of Batman type of animated series suit and stuff. The Princess and the Pea one is just it's good. It's not one of my favorites in the story because Batman tries to help Catwoman turn good, and Catwoman states she feels kind of that she felt really different. Then she takes the Batmobile and leaves them. It was just kind of one of those weird stories with a weird ending, because it's Harley telling a story. Alfred in Wonderland is one of my favorites in the story. I love this story because, one, it's Alice in Wonderland, which Alice in Wonderland is a really good book. Even the animated film. Again, yeah, I was never a big Disney fan. I never really cared for Mickey Mouse. But I seen the animated film. And I love the book more. The book is so, like, now reading it and hearing about who the writer is, Lewis Carroll, and what he was about, you kind of look at the book differently, and you're like, I don't know if I... Because it's like, they say Lewis Carroll was a weird individual who, was creepy. And, I will say this, I like the Alfred version. Because you need Alfred in something. It's funny though, because like in the story, Alfred goes into Wonderland, then he meets Catwoman, who's there as the crazy cat, who tries to steal his pocket watch. Then he meets Edward. Then he meets the Mad Hatter, who. No, wait, not Mad Hatter. He meets Riddler, who's late. Then he meets the Mad Hatter and his group, with Batman and the Bat Family there. Then Harley's the Queen of Hearts, which is weird, but funny, So, anyway, let's get to, we'll read the book. But one thing that I want to talk about quickly, is how crazy people are. I went into Walmart one day, and I went into Walmart and I had to grab a few things. Essential items. As they put it now. You go in there, you gotta get essential items. And I went in there, okay, for those who don't know, anytime I go somewhere, I have a backpack filled with shit. Not literally, but filled with, stuff prepper stuff, first aid kit, Aleve, Tylenol, water, water pouch, pocket chargers for cell phones, stuff like that. Everything basically to prepare, even bandanas and masks. Because you gotta be prepared for this now. You don't know what the hell's going on out there. I'm tired of being kept in the house, though. To go to the state park once in a great while to go for a walk and stuff, instead of walking on the treadmill and stuff, so you know, like, all these things. So I have gloves in there. And it's the one thing that a lot of people got upset about. So I go in there and I put the mask and I put a bandana over it because, you know, I don't want to wear a white surgical mask and look weird. So I put a Batman bandana over it because I don't like wearing a surgical mask because I look like an idiot, in my opinion. So I put a bandana over it because, you know, like, I just felt like it. So I go into the store and I forgot the gloves. And I didn't feel like going in there, turning around, going through this. This is literally how it is when you go into this Walmart. You go in around the caution tape. Might as well be a crime scene tape. Because that's a fucking crime to go around. Go around it, go past where they bring the carts in, past the vending soda machines, which is fucking weird why they're still open. You know, you don't want people touching shit. You walk around, then go into the entranceway. You don't go in the exit. The exit is closed off. You cannot enter through the exit. The exit is only for exiting the store. So you go in and there's a caution tape between the exit and the entrance. I don't know fucking why, but it is. So you go in there. So I have my bandana and mask on, the mask and bandana. I'm in there. And they don't have the carts wiped down. They're supposed to have the carts wiped down. Instead, the fucking worker's looking at me like, what are you doing? And it's like, first off, it's not my fault you have a nicer mask than I do, okay? I have a Batman bandana. Deal with it. So, I am in there. And I grab the cart and I wipe it down. Luckily, I have my hand sanitizer with me. I keep it in my hoodie pocket. My Batman matted hoodie. Beat up hoodie pocket. So... So I'm in there. And by the way, I don't have corona. I just, like I said, my nose, I'm sneezing because it's, you know, we can't open the windows. It's cold. We're stuck breathing the same air. So I go in there. So anyway, I wipe down the cards. I go in and grab the stuff I need to grab, which is juice. I decided to grab orange juice and oranges. I decided to grab like stuff that's like fruit and healthy and, you know, salad. And so I'm walking around the store and my dad's out in the car and he sends me a text. He goes, "Can you grab soda?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll grab you soda, thanks." I was like, "No problem." So I walk in, I'm walking and I go to the soda aisle. And all the Mountain Dew's gone. And I'm just looking and going like, thank God my sister's not here, because she would have a full freak out on the Mountain Dew. And they had Doritos. They now have Wonder Woman on the cover of Doritos because of Wonder Woman 84, and it's just like, it makes me not want to buy Doritos. In fact, I never bought Doritos. I don't like Doritos that much. So, I'll be honest with you, I don't like Doritos. I'm just one of those weird people. Even though the Doritos Locos Taco from Taco Bell looks pretty good, still not buying it. Even though they're giving it away for free. Which I'm just like, I want a taco. Haven't had tacos in a while. So, sorry, my throat's kind of killing me. That and my nose is like runny. Anyway, so I'm in a soda aisle and I grab RC Cola because it was on sale. So I grab it. Meow meow. So I grab it and this worker is looking at me. I don't know why. And it's another worker, by the way, not the same one who followed me. Literally, the person did not follow me. And I was looking at this person. This person's looking at me. And I said, "Is there a problem?" And this worker is like, "You're not wearing your gloves." And I'm like, "What?" They're like, and the worker's like, "You're not wearing gloves. You're grabbing, you're touching things. You're not wearing gloves." I'm like, and I sort of like laugh a bit. Because one, this is stupid. And two, this is idiotic. And I'm looking at this person like, I'm touching what? The cart? The soda bottle? I'm taking a soda bottle home. I'm buying the shit. I ain't drinking it, but I'm buying it. I was like, "Your point?" The person goes, "What? Did you wash?" I'm like, I wash my fucking hands because I'm an adult. I'm not a stupid kid. I'm not a disgusting individual. I wash my fucking hands. I use hand sanitizer. I lotion my hands because my hands get dry after many fucking days using hand sanitizer. And I'm just looking at this person. I'm like, this person is like one paranoid. And that's the thing about it. Like, people are paranoid. Especially New York. I mean, it's not my fault your city's disgusting and gross. And people in St. Louis are paranoid. It's not my fault that St. Louis is a dirty city that people don't clean a lot. They clean around the important parts. They don't clean the entirety of the city itself. So, especially South St. Louis. Like, South St. Louis needs to be cleaned. It needs to be cleaned badly. So, I look at this person, I'm like, I don't have my gloves. They're out in the car, and I didn't feel like walking around the fucking track to go outside the store, then walk right around again to get inside the store. I didn't touch shit. I didn't scratch my ass, and I didn't touch the shelves after I scratched my ass. I was like, I didn't feel like doing that. I didn't feel like walking around the track to go out to the parking lot and walk back in to put gloves on. And the person then kind of got mad when I said that. And the worker was like, well, there's a pandemic out there. You need to be safety for everybody around you. And I'm like, you people are all fucking crazy. Like, I am a clean, sanitary person. Alright? I was going to go to the Save-A-Lot store that's near my house, but that store is fucking closed. Because everybody bought everything. I had to drive up here with the X amount of gas I have to come to this fucked up place. The shop. And let me tell you, everybody here like you is crazy. I don't feel like coming to this Walmart every fucking day almost to get items because everybody's buying up everything at the Save-A-Lot store. Alright? I don't need you lecturing me about safety. You looking like a fucking Pikachu. Wearing a bright ass yellow shirt and all that. I know all stores. Yeah, all stores are like closed. Like the only ones that's like open is like the grocery stores, the Walmart, the Target, the Aldi's, yada 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 type stores. Like every like I don't like Walmart, and I honestly would rather shop at Save a Lot, even though I don't enjoy it because my dad knows everybody in there, and every time I go in there, everyone's like, "Hey, how's your dad?" I'm like, he's out in the car. Like I'm not making this up. Like my dad will talk to people. Like me and my dad are different. Like we look alike. We have the same type of sense of humor, and I will bust his chops about things in a joking manner. Like one time he had a leather jacket and he put sunglasses on. He came out into the living room. I was like, "What's up, Brett the Hitman Hart?" He's like, "Shut up, smartass." But I mean, like now, like he, like 2020 is not a good year for him. Like he, his brother, my uncle, passed away, which hit him really hard because they were both close, and this pandemic, which is getting on his nerves and stuff. So I mean, like I've been taking it easy on him, but now it's just like I mean, he's in back in like busting his chops on things and being a smartass. I mean, not as smartass, as a jerk, but as smartass as a person with sarcastic humor who likes joking. It's funny though. It's like now it's like anytime I go in the store, he will send me a text message like, "Can you grab this?" I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me while I was out in the car?" "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "Well, get off your phone." Like, I am not making this up. Like, one time, I am not making this up. Like, I was out in the car, and he was in the store this time. Like, I am not making this up. He was in a Dollar General. I was out in the car, and I grabbed, like, what I needed and walked out to the car. Like, I paid for it, and I was like, I'm done, I'm out. And I'm out in the car, like, texting on my phone to my Catwoman. And all of a sudden he calls me. He's like, "You got $18? I was like, "Don't you have money on you?" He goes, "No, apparently your mom took all the money out of the bank because she got scared that banks were closing." I was like, "Are you kidding?" He goes, "Well, your mom, she watches that Alex Jones shit." So... And I text my mom, "Did you take the money out?" And she goes, "Yeah, banks are closing." I'm like, the store and the bank is closing. The ATMs are open. I was like, "Dad doesn't have money." She goes, "Oh, shit." So I had to go in there. I had to pay for his stuff. I was like, "What did you buy?" They came up to $18. We're in a dollar store. Of all places. He's like, "I bought a thermometer." I was like, "What do you need a thermometer for? Don't you have one at home?" "No, it's broke." And it was funny as hell because I had to pay for it. And it was, I felt bad for him, but the story of it was like funny because my mom somehow took money out of the bank. Like the part of it was funny. I did, like, right next to like the Dollar General, there's a grocery store. I had to like pop into the grocery store and grab stuff. As you could tell, I eat a lot. It was mainly I grabbed like salad, spinach. Like, I'm stocking up on it because I stock up on salad because apparently everyone is buying salad because apparently you have to lose weight to survive. So apparently a lot of the fat asses are buying salad. And a person like me who eats salad is scared because everybody's buying salad because apparently like the CDC is like, you need to lose weight. Obesity will attract coronavirus. It's like some weird fucked up Orwellian sci-fi shit. And everybody's buying salad. They're buying salad. They're buying spinach. It's like, leave my shit alone. Don't buy my stuff. Like, buy your frozen processed food and shit. Like, everybody, like, the one thing that's, like, hilarious is, like, all the frozen pizza is almost gone. Like, in the Walmart, Tombstone Pizza is gone. They're leaving the pepperoni ones because the pepperoni ones are shit. You know. Everyone's buying up all the good stuff. They're leaving the bad stuff. Even in frozen food. Like, the Batman ice cream is gone. Like, the Batman ice cream I buy is gone. And I walked down, I was like, alright, I'm going to grab the Batman ice cream. And all I saw was the Superman and Wonder Woman one. I was like, son of a bitch. The Batman is gone. And I said to worker, I was like, where's the Batman ice cream? They're like, oh, everyone bought it. It's like, but there's Wonder Woman and Superman. I was like, I'd rather eat shit. I ain't buying that. I was like, never mind. I'll buy the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ice cream. Which actually was really good, by the way. Not bad. Yeah, all the Batman ice cream is gone. I mean, they had the Harley Quinn one, which... that Joker one, which is... Like, if they had the ice cream, but Catwoman, that'd be perfect. Peach flavor Catwoman ice cream. Oh, I'd be in heaven. I would... like, if they made peach flavor Catwoman ice cream with, like, strawberry in it, I would eat the whole container. I'd be... I'd be on the couch going, like, oh, why did I eat that? Oh, it was good. So, for me, like, anyway, like I would love for Catwoman ice cream. Like, oh, that'd be wonderful. That'd be wonderful. So anyway, let's see. 2 reports offered that Ezra Miller killed the Flash movie in his career, which Comic-Con is likely canceled. Announcement's coming soon. No answer 73 questions after her disastrous Imagine. That made me laugh though. Like, the Imagine, which she was completely out of touch. I mean, when you look at it, like, I could slightly understand why she sort of did it. Like, she did it to try to cheer people up. The second is she's a dumbass by choosing, like, the worst song at this time. 3, it was funny and cringy, so it did kind of work, because a lot of us talked about how stupid it was. You know. Especially with the one dude ending it. Then all of a sudden, imagine no possessions. Like, the Mandalorian came in and fucked up that song. But Will Ferrell was kind of funny because Zoe Kravitz looked high as hell, and two, she looked like she did not want to do it. Will Ferrell looked like he woke up and took a shit while singing, which is just pretty funny. And the one chick with her dog looked like a hostage. Which was pretty funny. So anyway, Gal Gadot. Or Gadot. What is her name? Gadot or Gadot? I forget. Participated in his interview, which took place in a 5-star luxury resort in Beverly Hills, California. I thought you were supposed to stay indoors. Where the hell did you show up at a 5-star luxury hotel? Weren't they supposed to stay indoors in their place? Well, you're supposed to be about safety and saving lives. Why are you going to a 5-star hotel? Anyway, one of the questions Gal Gadot was asked was, Batman or Superman? Gadot replied, Batman, nonchalantly as she walked out onto the hotel balcony. You're supposed to stay indoors. So, of course, Gal Gadot made her debut as Wonder Woman in Batman vs. Superman, appeared in her Wonder Woman solo movie, Justice League, and now her Wonder Woman movie sequel, Wonder Woman 1984, which could use a better title if you ask me, which is being released in August. And regarding WW84, Gal Gadot did not say much in her Q&A. She goes, I can't, Gadot replied, when asked about giving something good on Wonder Woman 84. I can't. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer before you go see the movie. We're all going to be waiting a long, long time. So, am I going to go see Wonder Woman 84 if it ever comes out? No. I honestly am not. I'm not, honestly. I really have no interest in seeing it. I think it's going to be one of those movies that I honestly think is going to be out. Honestly, they should just release it on HBO Max. They should just put it out there. If you want to see this movie, whammo. And it's how the hell are you going to release it in theaters when half the movie theaters are closed? AMC movie theaters is gone, basically. They furloughed their entire employees. My local the local movie theater that is not that far from me is closed. So, how are you going to get people to go see this movie at all? You know what I mean? So, for me, I honestly don't think the movie's going to be out in theaters. I think it's just going to be released in HBO Max. It's going to be released video on demand digitally and stuff. And that's what happened with the Birds of Prey and the Harley Quinn movie. Now they cut the price down to $5.99. Because they're trying to get every single dollar and cent back on that movie. And it is not... It's working, oddly enough. People are buying it. Because they're probably it's got to be that desperate of a movie. So, for me, it's just... It's one of those things that I sort of, laugh at. And, it's stupid, but it's working. And I didn't even see the movie in, like, stores and stuff. Like, if I did, I wouldn't buy it. You know? So, anyway, one thing that kind of piqued my interest, and for those who don't know, I'm a wrestling fan. I like video games. And we'll get to the book, if my voice holds up. If I don't, like, sound like I'm running. I enjoy wrestling video games. Because you could do whatever you want in a wrestling video game. You could create your own show championships. I mean, you didn't in 2K20, but and the big but is WWE 2K20 was a disaster. It was a disaster. And we talked about it before when it came out. Like, I talked about the cut scenes and stuff where it looked like a PlayStation 2 video game. Not in a good way. I mean, it's pretty bad when you watch, like, cut scenes in Justice League Heroes, which was released in 2000 and I forget when. It was on the PlayStation 2. I forget when that video game was released. I remember I got it for Christmas. Like, that was like the one thing I wanted for Christmas was just that video game. So I could play as Man. And the Flash. You had to, like, switch between, I think, Batman and Superman who to play as, and I always go like, I'm playing as Batman. I don't care for Superman. So it was, I know a lot of people sort of like snicker and laugh at the video game. It's kind of like the same way with Ultimate Spider-Man, which I enjoyed that video game. I really, really enjoyed it. Because it looked literally like a comic book. It looked like the Ultimate Spider-Man comic. And Justice League Heroes, it was a really interesting comic book video game. It wasn't pushed as hard as when DC Heroes Online came out, which who could blame them, because that is an awesome fucking video game. Very underrated. And it's amazing that they're still going. They're still strong. They have a loyal fan base. And I haven't played it in a while. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the hell I'm doing half the time in that video game. But I love the way it looks, and I wish they would do like a Batman video game sort of has the look DC Heroes Online, that Jim Lee style artwork, but they don't. Like, I would love to see like Batman Hush in season 3 of Telltale. Like, I would love a Batman Telltale Hush. Like, a lot of people want the Court of Owls or the Scarecrow or Ra's al Ghul. But you can have Ra's al Ghul, but if you just incorporate it into the Hush story, like, I would love to see that. Like, but they're probably going to go with the Court of Owls. I mean, I have nothing against the Court of Owls. I love the comic book, storyline of Court of Owls, and the animated movie just didn't hold up well. I mean, the animated movie just didn't get it. Like, instead they turned into Batman vs. Robin, which is a stupid title of a movie, in my opinion. But, the Court of Owls story is epic. It's big. It's, it is a big deal. And the story of this, like, higher power of Again, it's like my favorite type of story. It's about like this entity, like this higher power of group of people who have power, control in Gotham. And Batman has to not just fight one, but fight a giant group of masked individuals he doesn't know who they are. Like, that type of story is interesting. Because the Court of Owls are a real group. Like, they're real in the world. I mean, you look at, like, for example, like, you look at the British monarchy. They have control and power over their own government, over its own government, oddly enough. And you look at the government here in the U.S., like, billionaires with deep pockets can control a government. The Court of Owls are billionaires and wealthy individuals that control Gotham. So, in a way, the Court of Owls are real. They're a real entity. These billionaires, except they don't wear masks. They're just puppet masters and stuff. And the British monarchy don't wear masks. They wear crowns and titles. So it's amazing. It's a really interesting thing, because it's like, it's oddly enough, like, a lot of like comic book mythology and stuff is sort of coming into the real world. Like, for example, like Thor was supposedly a real thing. Loki was real, supposedly. Odin was real. And recently they did a discovery where Amazon's warrior women were real. Which is like, I remember when I saw that article and story, I just sort of was like, are you shitting me? Like it was pretty cool. And like, so anyway, I ramble incoherently, but it was supposed to be about video games. Like, I would love to see a, Hush video game. Court of Owls, I would love to see, but if it was like done like Arkham style, because it would be more fun, in my opinion. I mean, I kind of understand people wanting the story output, but with Talion in it, like in Court of Owls, imagine like an Arkham type of story, with Talion being involved and stuff. Like, the Court of Owls should have been, honestly, in my opinion, should have been used in Arkham Knight. You would have had a far more interesting villain than Arkham Knight. How could you, Bruce? We wouldn't have to see emo Jason. So, anyway, rumor. Remember, this is a rumor. WWE 2K21 has been cancelled. Another WWE game might be released instead. Rumors indicated that WWE 2K21 has been cancelled through the company and will reportedly still be delivering a different kind of WWE video game this year. Fans of the video game grappling action may not be available to enjoy their 2K fix this year, as WWE 2K21 is reportedly have been cancelled. People didn't really enjoy. People didn't enjoy 2K20. Like, if you ever wondering what hilarious video game glitches is out there, go on New Legacy Inc. on YouTube and watch 2K20 glitches. You will be entertained and you will be laughing a lot. I watched it. I laughed so hard my lungs hurt. Like, that was... And also, I laughed so hard I got a headache. Like, it is hilarious. And especially these guys find the humor in it. Because, like, in one glitch, the referee... the referee in the one video game part, apparently his knees were taken out. Like, he is like, not his knees, his legs were taken out. So he's like on his knees, like walking around with his knees. Refereeing a match between Charlotte Flair and I forget who. It was a Charlotte Flair match, because Charlotte does the figure 8 where I don't know, like, she does the figure 4, then she does like her, stretch, do like yoga stretch where she bends her body and her hands are like on the mat, she's bending her body, like apparently putting pressure on somebody's legs in the figure 4 lock. And during this whole thing, during the whole thing, during the whole thing of it, the referee who's refereeing the match, who, remind you, whose legs are taken out, is looking at the lock, and his body and junk is in Charlotte Flair's face. And he's moving back and forth. From the player's point of view, it looks like this man is humping this girl's face. And you're just sitting there going like, what the... And you're just sitting there like laughing hysterically. During this cutscene, all you're seeing is back and forth action. An entire audience crowd cheering. And you don't know how to respond. But the video game was like a walking disaster. And after the entire entity of glitches where bodies are bouncing all over the place, people's bodies getting trapped in ring ropes, and then, they're bouncing up and down like craziness, when 2020 happened, the game crashed on 2020. That's right, 2K20, WWE 2K20 crashed in 2K20. Like, the game did not want to be in the same year as the game is presented on the title box of 2K20. So, now, usually around this time when WrestleMania happens, they'd be talking about and hyping up the upcoming video game. There'd be like a teaser trailer and all that. However, it is rumored that it has been canceled by 2K20 and WWE. According to Justin Leeper, who worked on a series of games for WWE, narrative leader for the Road to WrestleMania series, 2K21, WWE 2K21 will not be released this year. However, Leeper said that his sources informed him that there's plans for a different kind of WWE video game from a different kind of game developer. I will say this, like, I Oh, here's what else. No, wording. WWE usually reveals information on video game around its biggest time of the year, WrestleMania. However, they did not share anything. They had a very bad WrestleMania. I mean, there was matches that stood out, like Taker versus AJ Styles, the Boneyard match, where Taker returned as sort of like his American badass biker gimmick. I was rooting for AJ Styles to beat Taker, and it didn't happen. Taker won, which was a good match, by the way. Yeah, I'm glad it was in that type of match, because like last time Undertaker ever wrestled in the ring, it just did not look good. Like it was nothing against the Dead Man. It's just like he looked like he had a hard time moving around. You know, in my like when he was in, I think it was Saudi Arabia. Like he walked down, and it was just like he looked like he, you know, like the last match he ever like fully did was with Goldberg, and I was just like, please retire. You got dropped on your head, dude. Just retire. Yeah. But it was a good match. It was like the Boneyard match is basically like Ultimate Deletion, where it was basically Taker fighting Styles in a Boneyard match, which is sort of like ends up being like a Buried Alive match, except in a cooler set area. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena was good. Good match as well. Very weird match, but yeah. Not bad. It wasn't a bad match. It was really interesting. Yeah, here's also the thing. Like, there is the COVID-19 thing. So, I don't know if video game developers are, like, working on games right now, or they're most likely working different areas. Like, I'm sure like some of them are like working at home, and they're like sending emails and stuff up there. I don't know what they're doing, like sending emails or what they're working on to coworkers in that same department. You know, I don't really know what they're doing during this time. I'm sure like the headquarter building, the office area where they work out video games are closed, and I'm sure they're not in the same area, because you have to keep your distance. Yeah, Last of Us Part 2 I think was like postponed. And I think honestly, like, it's interesting. For me, I'd love to see WWE do a new wrestling video game. I think this whole time during 2K, it's kind of been a disaster, like, for them. Once they entered, like, the My Career mode, it became a disaster. Like, they were trying to have the same success as the NBA 2K20 series, like the My Career mode for NBA 2K20, and they failed at that. Like, I talked about it before once in a past episode about how I wanted to see them do the My Career mode for 2K. I would love to see, 2K19, the My Career was not bad. It was not bad at all. It was really, it had potential, like, and now it's just like they're not having that success. The My Career for 2K20 looked like an absolute joke of a career mode. I know they were trying to get the success of, like, you can play as two players now. You can play as a women's wrestler, and you can play as a regular male women's wrestler, and you can play as a male wrestler. And it just didn't seem fair for the players, for, like, people who are male or female, because you wish that they would do, like, a story mode of different stories, like different like a lot of people would find it really cool if you can create your wrestler and start out in different areas of the country, not just the country but the world. You could start out as a lucha libre in Mexico and work your way up, or you could start out as a wrestling strong style in Japan. Because there's a lot of female wrestlers from Japan that are really good, and you would love to see the different type of stories and stuff. Or you could start out as a wrestler in Canada, or a wrestler in in the US or England or something. You would love to see that and experience the different styles of wrestling, like lucha libre, strong style, and stuff like that. It would be cool for WWE to sort of put a stamp on it and start from that. But instead you start out in a small indie promotion called BCW with Baron fucking Blade, of all people. And I'm sure you're asking, who the fuck is Baron Blade? No one knows who Baron Blade is. Baron Blade was a character that was created for the WWE 2K20 when they first started My Career Mode. You had to wrestle Baron fucking Blade, and you get attacked by Baron fucking Blade after a match. Then all of a sudden, once you get past the training facility, the NXT, then in the main roster, you have nothing really to do. You just have to wait. Even though you win the World Championship, there is nothing for you at this moment. That's basically what you will read every time when you first played the My Career Mode the first time ever released. You're told by Vicky Guerrero, we have nothing for you right now. Then all of a sudden, you get attacked by Baron fucking Blade. Then you have to do a series of matches against Baron Blade. And once you beat Baron Blade, and after all that, your career is basically over until you do your retirement match. It's either against a jobber, a no-name, or Baron Blade. That is basically what you get. And 2K19, Baron Blade returns. This time as a promoter for his own wrestling promotion. And guess what? Once you get in there, you get attacked by a masked man. And guess who that masked man is? Baron fucking Blade. That is basically it. And that. So, Baron Blade has a series of beefs with you as a player. And it is annoying. Truly annoying. And the thing is, with 2K20, the My Career Mode with WWE, is they needed somebody who's a fan of wrestling to write this stuff. And I know there's a lot of producers, video game people who work on it. We're like, we love WWE, we're such big fans. It's really. And the thing is, they always go back to when Ukes did it, when Ukes made the wrestling video games, they had a lot of fun with it. They made it, they had more fun, excitement to it. When 2K took over and started working on it, they just made it sterile, they sterilized it, and stuff. And they needed people who are fans of it. It's kind of like, if you hire somebody who's not a fan of Batman to work on a Batman video game, it would be fun. You wouldn't feel the fun and excitement from somebody who is a fan of it, of Batman and stuff. And when you play Arkham, the Arkham video games like Arkham City and Arkham Knight or Arkham Asylum, you can feel that people were a fan of this. They had fun developing this video game, creating this new style, technique, and use new advanced technology into making the video game. Because you get to use you can be a detective, you can strategize your takedown and stuff. That was really fun, and it was exciting to see that in a video game and stuff. And that's the cool thing about it. Like, each Batman video game, or the same way with Grand Theft Auto, they raised the bar. They pushed themselves. And once they raised the bar in one video game, they want to pass it on the next. Pass the bar and stuff. And, the 2K video games, they didn't feel like that. They didn't feel like they, raised the bar and had a new goal for the next video game. It was just basically the same polished video game, just with new characters in it. Like, it's basically like that in every video game. They kind of got lazy, and that laziness kind of caught up with them with 2K20. And as a video game fan, you want to see new things. Like, when I played Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm a Western fan. I love Western films. And I love the stories of, like, outlaw Western, people like Billy the Kid or Jesse James and the James Gang. It was really cool to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I played the first one, and I liked the first one, but when I played Red Dead Redemption 2, how it looked, how the technology, facial look and scans and all that, and how the settings looked, it was absolutely amazing. How the snow and all that looked real, and being out in the desert in the woods for a while, you have to like drink water and eat food, and your beard grows. It's like, and you walked into like the Western saloons and all that. Like, it looked like a real fucking Western, and riding, your horse and firing, your guns, your 6-shooters at people and all that. Like, it felt like a real fucking Western time. It felt like you were traveled back in time. And I loved it. Like, it was really a fun video game. It was really, really cool. And how Rockstar did that, it was amazing how they did that. How they pushed the envelope and raised the bar for Red Dead 2. And playing it, it's just like, man, imagine when they do GTA 6. That's going to be fucking crazy how ultra realistic and how they are going to raise the bar on that one. And for me, it's exciting, but 2K20, it just didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. 2K20 was a flat-out disaster. And, as a fan, of wrestling video games, like, you want something new. It's all been the same for a while. It's been the same video game from 2K18 to 2K19 to 2K20. The same. And anytime I bought the WWE 2K video games, like, I flat out did not buy 2K20. One, my video game store did not have it. They took everything off the shelf. Like, they did not want anything to do with it. Except Walmart, who still is selling it for $30. That is not worth it. That video game is not a $30 video game. That video game is more like a freebie. Here you go. Good luck. God be with you. That's what it should be. And you want something new in a video game. You want something like a lot of people can bitch and complain about WB Montreal taking forever on the new Batman video game. And here's the thing. I prefer them taking a long time to make the video game. Because at least they give a shit. At least they give a shit about what they're doing. And how they want to perfect everything. And I look forward to one day playing their new Batman video game. I really do. I look forward to playing it one day. And I look forward to when Telltale releases The Wolf Among Us 2 and someday releases Batman Season 3. I really would love to see that. I think that a third Batman season is definitely needed, because, I want to know what happens to Bruce, Alfred, Selina, and Jim. I want to know what happens to them. And Lucius's daughter, I forget her name. I really want to see what happens in that world of Gotham, because it's been a while since we've been back in there, and it's been a while since we've seen, Gotham, the TV show. Anyway, let's see. I've been rambling for a while. Anyway. So, I guess we'll start with the Alfred in Wonderland story, and see what happens in this one. So, once upon a time, there was a butler named Alfred, who went mad. Alfred opens up the cabinet in the kitchen. No tea? This is almost bad as the Joker's last attempt to gas Gotham. But I say it's rather worse. Maybe there's Alfred goes to the clock that opens to the cave. Maybe there's some tea down in the cave. Alfred turns the clock arms, and the secret door opens. Alfred walks down the steps. Master Bruce collects everything down there. So, why not a proper cup? Alfred enters the cave and sees a tea pot and teacups. Bravo! And it's still hot. So building the secret cave hideout wasn't a waste after all. I'll cancel the demolition crew. Alfred takes the cup and takes a sip. Delicious. Alfred shrinks down small as he hops into the teacup. Oh dear, this isn't good. Alfred looks around. It appears I've shrunk in size. Cleaning this mansion just got much harder. As Alfred looks around out of the teacup. Alfred, and all the things I do for Master Bruce. I believe I'm due for a raise in the manner of speaking. Until then, I better eat something. I can't think of a way out on an empty stomach. Alfred sees a mouse as he approaches the tea cakes. Shoo! I face worse rodents than you. Alfred takes a bite of the tea cake. I wish I dared another sip with this cake, but shrinking any further could be dangerous to my health. I shall add non-shrinking tea to the Wayne family grocery list and the food pantry. As Alfred finishes the bite, he grows. My word, this wasn't the raise I was expecting. Alfred becomes a giant as he crashes through the roof of Wayne Manor. Master Bruce will be delighted. His sunroof is now optional. Alfred then again shrinks back to normal size. It appears the magical growth is wearing off. Oh dear. I just realized I'm going to need a bigger mop. There must be something around here I can float on as Alfred floods the Wayne Manor. This time the joke isn't on me. Apparently, I am on this joke as Alfred climbs on the Joker card. And drier for it. Alfred looks around the cave as it floods. Because he busted all the piping in the manor. Wouldn't it hurt Master Bruce if I increase... Would it hurt Master Bruce to increase the plumbing budget? Alfred looks around as Ace, the Bat Hound... Oh, sorry, Titus, the Bat Hound. What happened to Ace? Titus, my boy, isn't that you? Hands Alfred a broom. The flood washed the Gotham Zoo, or just Master Damien's collection of pets, as Alfred looks and sees a turkey, a cat, a pig, a turtle, and 2 birds, and a snake. Always hard to tell the difference. There's space for everyone. Welcome to the Joker's Ark, Alfred says. Oh, it's a Riddler cane. Sorry. Here's a Riddler cane. As Alfred prepares moving the card. They all arrive at the exit of the cave area. I need you to be on your best behavior. You're all safe here until I return. Alfred drops them off at the entrance of the cave. I'd like to join you, but the water current is pulling me away. Up the Bat Creek without a paddle. As the card floats away, Alfred says, Master Bruce, I hope it's not too late to draft my reservation letter. Resignation letter. This is mad. It certainly doesn't look like Gotham for sure. Alfred looks around as he arrives in this wooded area with bright colors and mushrooms. Damn. There's a big-ass mushroom. And Joker fish. And the lawn care leaves something to be desired. The proper maintenance of a garden requires care, attention, as this has neither. Alfred walks as he sees a purple and white mushroom with a caterpillar penguin sitting there. I'm not making this up. There's a caterpillar penguin. Penguin, and who are you? Explain yourself. Penguin looks at Alfred. Alfred Thaddeus Crane Pennyworth at your service. And you are unmistakable. Penguin. Penguin. Me? A bird? I think not. I am not a bird, but a bug. And now you are just bugging me. I am... Copperpillar. That's the name. And you are an utterlish and rude. Are you content now? Why should I be? Alfred said. You have clearly upset me. Alfred, how? As Cobblepot turns and looks, or Caterpillar. By the worst offense ever. How dare you burst my bubble? And Penguin looks at him as a bubble from his pipe touches his nose. No, you are bad for me. Be gone. So, anyway, Alfred walks away. What an odd bird, that one. And very unlike Oswald. Where am I? A smile with teeth appears. Isn't it clear? Can't you see? Alfred. I can barely see you, young miss. As a hand appears grabbing Alfred's wallet from his back pocket. You're in Wonderland. Catwoman sits on a tree, with her tail holding Alfred's pocket watch. Alfred, Miss Kyle, isn't it you, commonly known as Catwoman? Catwoman, I don't know who this miss is. Is that you referring to as the Cheshire, I'm the Cheshire Catwoman. Meow. Catwoman walks off, holding Alfred's wallet and pocket watch. Wait, thief, Alfred says. Come back here, this instant. Alfred then runs and stands in front of Catwoman. Catwoman, but aren't you back there? And now you're here. A valiant effort, I'll admit. For someone who isn't Batman. But who do you think taught the young master his own disappearing act? Alfred says as his hand is extended for his wallet and pocket watch. I'll take this back, Miss Kyle. And shame on you for stealing. Don't go away mad, Alfred says, as Catwoman says. But we're all mad here. Some more than others. Let's go, Snowdrop. You too, Kitty. As Catwoman and her cats walk away. Alfred continues walking through Wonderland. I say that doesn't look like a safe place to sit. Happy unbirthday to me. Happy unbirthday to me. Alfred, if you'll excuse me, did I hear you correctly? There is no such thing as an unhappy birthday. A birthday is to celebrate once a year. I forget who the hell this dude is. An unhappy birthday can be celebrated for the rest of the year. When I use the word, it means what I choose it to mean. And I mean, happy unbirthday to me. Beware the king, beware the king. Oh, it's Egghead. Sorry, I totally forgot. You're strange, Egg. And a little crack, are we? And I warn you about the wall. The kindness of strangers so easy to ignore. As Egghead falls and hits his head. I guess all the king's horses and men were on vacation. As Egghead is picked up by two other people, Alfred turns and looks as he hears, I'm late. Time slips away, time slips away, first the hour, then the day. Pardon me. What has gotten you all wound up? Don't you see? The hurry I go, behind her I get. You're not making much sense, Alfred said, as he looks at him. Oh, it's Bookworm, isn't it? I think so, yeah. It's Bookworm. Yeah. I'm late, so very late, for this important date. Time waits for no man, not even the clock. Oh, the Clock King. Oh, sorry, I forgot the Clock King. Definitely would, too. Tight. Alfred follows the Clock King. Unfortunately, the clock is ticking. Where are you going? Can you help me find a way out of here? No time. I'm off to see the king. Alfred, I wonder if this is the king that the egg warned me about. They're both scrambled as far as I'm concerned, Alfred said. You do know a stop clock is right twice a day, Alfred said. Wait, did you say stop? Tell me, why did it stop? The Clock King said. As the Clock King arrives at the Mad Hatter's table, Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, or Red Robin, Robin, wow, Tim Drake Robin, Jason Todd, Batman, and Damian Wayne Robin sits at the table. Alas, we are here. Alice! That doesn't look like Alice. Shame on you. You got my hopes up, and I have no ladder to retrieve them when they go that high, said the Mad Hatter, as Alfred looks at the table. Alfred, Batman, are you okay? Master Bruce, are you in there? Alfred whispers. He used to be much more battier, and now he lost all his battiness, Hatter said as he sits Alfred down at the table. That book is cool. It is. It's really... I really love the story. It's really unique, and it's unique and beautifully written. What have you done to them? Alfred said as he sits next to Damien. Nothing. They went mad on their own. Entirely bonkers. But I tell you a secret. All the best people are, Hatter said. You've all got no sense of manners. Elbows and feet on the table. Eating dessert before a meal. Even the silverware is all wrong. It's deplorable, Alfred said, as he looks disgusted and annoyed by everybody. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Hatter said to Riddler. Have you guessed the riddle yet? Hatter. What's the answer? Riddler. I haven't the slightest idea. Alfred whispers to Damien. Master Damien, I implore you to step out of it. I can't believe I'm about to suggest this, but it's time for you to be yourself. Alfred has a flashback of Damien. Ruined their party, just like you ruined the Wayne Manor just like the Wayne Manor living room when you drove the Bat Tank through it It has a flashback memory of Alfred sitting, drinking his cup of tea as Damien drove the bat tank through it. Drove the bat tank through the living room. Damien, huh? It appears I have to take matters of my own. Alfred stands up, walks on the table. There isn't any doubt who made this mess. Tell them the butler did it. Alfred runs from Hatter's goons. At least I don't have to clean up the dishes. Alfred hides behind a hedge. It appears I lost my way. Alfred walks. A flower. What did your way look like? Was it tall or short? Alfred turns and looks at the flower. You can talk? The flower. And you can listen. That's how this works. Alfred. Can you all talk? The flowers. Only if we have something to say. Do you have something worth hearing? Please, stay quiet. I'm trying to hide. The flowers. Where's that sound coming from? The card kings and the card people arrive. Make way for the king with laughter and zing. Make way for the queen, she's pretty and mean. All hail King J, all hail the Queen of Diamonds. Alfred. Oh my. Oh my God. That I had to admit, that is an adorable panel. Those two are very scary. And they're making the willows weep. Go make peace with them. Who dares disturb the queen on this fabulous day? Alfred. 1,000 pardons, your highness. I was observing the quatchet match. Sorry, my computer's acting up. Joker. But we hadn't even started before you volunteered. Harley. What do you say, Mr. K? We now... Oh, croquet match, sorry. Duh. What do you say, Mr. K? Shouldn't we... we now have a player. Should we make a game of it? Joker, you're the boss, Queenie. What? Okay. Harley, and there's your royal... decree. Game on, Jeeves. I said play the game. Harley. Time to make the balls roll and knock some skulls. Joker. But you not get ahead of yourself. Joker said. A pink flamingo. I'm forced to be here, but why didn't you fly out of here? The pink flamingo said to Alfred. Alfred. If only if it was easy. Alfred used the pink flamingo to hit the ball. Harley. Good, but you didn't. Good for you, but this diamond's about to get more rough. The horns blow as one of the men say, "Sudden death." The pink flamingo. Now all the balls have been placed by the smoke bomb. Now the ball has been replaced by the smoke bombs, gas balls, and exploders. Alfred: that sounds unnerving. The pink flamingo. Sorry, Al, you're on your own. Harley grabs the pink flamingo by the neck. After you, I insist. Harley smiles, holding the flamingo by the neck. Alright, we're gonna finish the rest tomorrow. My legs are hurting. Anyway. It's a pretty good book, by the way. I highly recommend it. It's one of those books that sadly has just been sort of like sadly forgotten about. Like, people are like all over the Gotham High. And this book I highly recommend. It's fun, for young readers, young adults. I highly recommend it. Most people have been, all over the Gotham High and how they don't like it. They don't, This book is one of the good ones that I recommend, like Batman Overdrive, Catwoman Under the Moon, Super Sons by Ridley Pearson. Those are good books. If you don't like Gotham High, I'm one of those people that I saw the ending of it and I was just like, that is so out of character. And it adds to the reasons of why I'm not going to buy it. I don't want to buy it, to be honest with you. The next book I will probably buy is going to be, probably, Batman Overdrive or Zatanna. Zatanna, they have like a part at the end of the book where, let me get to it, the Zatanna book looks really good. Like, she goes into this house of secrets and she has a rabbit and there's a cat. The rabbit's her sidekick. And it looks really, Zatanna House of Secrets, it looks like a really good book. I'm one of those people that I will give a book a chance if the writer wants to do something. Gotham High just felt like a writer wanting to write a Gossip Girl type story with crazy rich Asians. It's like, that statement alone shows that you kind of have no respect for the source material or the characters that's been around longer than both that show and that film's been around. Those characters, Batman, Catwoman, Joker, they've been around for 80 years. And plus you used the names and you changed everything. Like, you made Dick Grayson Nightwing into a bully victim who gets the shit kicked out of him. It's like, you took away a character who has an amazing background and origin and you made him into this, character that gets the shit kicked out of him until Bruce Wayne has to save him. Then you turned Commissioner Gordon into a principal where the cops are corrupt And Bruce Wayne's basically saying, fuck the police. You know, I mean, here's the thing, like, you could, and I'm not saying, like, I'm not saying, like, you can't make, you know, characters, you know, into, you know, represent other people. I'm not saying that. What I'm basically saying is, you basically made characters who are supposed to represent people of color more victims instead of overcoming things. You make them like, you know, fuck the police. And it's just like, you know, why can't you just make somebody like overcome darkness and stuff? And the weird thing about it is Selena Kyle, who in the story has a father who has the beginning stages of dementia, and she takes care of him. He's bedridden and she takes care of him. She ends up stealing the money from Bruce Wayne with the help of her friend Ivy, who, as she refers to, as a good girl crush, which is fucked up in my opinion. And they go to France. Selena basically gives money and has her father taken care of and leaves him and goes to France. And of course she hints that I will be back, Gotham High, you know, type of thing. That is totally out of character of Selena Kyle. I mean, for fuck's sakes, like, when she found out her sister's alive and being mistreated, she goes back and saves her sister and brings her back and, you know, beats the shit out of the people that, you know, tried to kill her. Then goes back to Gotham. You know, like, Selena Kyle doesn't leave her pack, which is her family. Like any cat, no cat would leave their family, their pack. They're together on this one. Except my cats outside. They scare me. Like, I was feeding them yesterday and they all circled around me like they were gonna beat me up or something. Except, especially that black and white one where I take a photo of it and it looks pissed off, like I'm gonna fuck you up. You know. So, anyway, I haven't seen Bruce in a while, the cat I feed Bruce. I haven't seen him in a while. I miss that little dude. Anyway, basically I'm saying is, like, Selena Kyle is like, basically is Catwoman. She's a cat, basically. With, you know, like, more like, let me rephrase it, more like with cat instincts. Like, you know, they are in a pack. Like, they stick together and they look out for each other. Selena Kyle, I don't think, would ever leave her family members. I don't believe that she would leave them with people like, oh, you're going to take care of them, here's money, I'm out of here, bye. Nah, I don't think she would do that. That's my opinion of it. Like, I think she would do research and make sure, like, especially keep eye on them and stuff. And one thing that this De La Cruz got wrong is making the assumption that all nursing homes are great. They're not. I grew up in a nursing home, basically. My parents worked in a nursing home. I basically grew up in a fucking nursing home. There are good people, but there are shitty people. And there are people who look at somebody like a $sign. That's what happens. They will drain those people of all their money that they have until they're out of money. And when they're out of money, they kick them to the curb. They kick them out of the nursing home. Like, you're out of here, you're done. Or they drain if they're rich, they're going to drain those people until they're dead. Nursing homes are not great places. They're not. Nursing homes will drain and take, like, they will make somebody sign over their bank account, their home, their possessions, so they could sell them and make money and drain the bank account and close the account. Nursing homes are shitty places. Okay? And that's the problem with it. Like, they, I'm pretty sure, like, right now she's like, I got inspiration for the story. Bruce helps Selena, with her dad who's in a corrupt nursing home. It's gonna be like Happy Gilmore. So, anyway, that's like the one thing that kind of bothered me. It was like, you put him in a nursing home. It's a piece of shit move. It's like, I would not want to be in a nursing home. I'd rather jump off a bridge than be in a fucking nursing home. I hate nursing homes, man. They're fucking horrible. Like, so, that's the one thing that bothers me with, the, nursing home part of the story. And the part of it is like she, used, like they present, the weird thing about it is they presented this book false advertisement. I will point this out since no one else will. They presented this book, Gotham High, as a love triangle, but in reality, the reality is Selena Kyle played both of them and ended up leaving with Ivy, which is fucked up. Yeah, that's the problem with the book. They falsely advertised like it was going to be a love triangle, and of course Bruce was going to leave with Selena, and who gives a shit what happens to the Joker, Jack, whatever. And I that was the stupid thing about the book and the ending. It felt like a cheap cop-out ending where she, they were gonna, like, this book's gonna sell, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be huge, we're gonna get a sequel, all this shit. And it's like, I honestly don't want to see a sequel to this book. I'm still waiting for the Ridley Pearson Super Sons 3 book, for heaven's sakes. I'm still waiting for that book. And I'm waiting for the Under the Moon, Catwoman Under the Moon sequel. I'm waiting for that one too. But one book I can't wait for is Victor and Nora, a Gotham love story, involving Victor Freeze and Nora. I can't wait for that one. That's gonna be a good book, in my opinion. So anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. I think. I don't know. It depends on what happens tomorrow, because supposedly everybody's getting their stimulus check. We're all going to be stimulated. Supposedly we're all going to be getting our stimulus checks here in the U.S. tomorrow. Canada got $2,000. I'm like, you fuckers. I can't shit on Canada anymore, man. They got the good amount. For the richest country in the world, we're getting like $1,200. That's it. Here, you go. Fuck off. That's it. You're done. That's basically what we're gonna get. It kind of makes me like, so, like, one thing I jokingly said to somebody, I would vote for Trump if he paid me $1,200 again in November. Like, everybody, like, you would sell your vote. Like, no, my vote would be stimulated. But no, I wouldn't. I honestly, I'm not voting. I'll be honest with you. I'm not voting. It's now down between Trump and Joe Biden. Joe Biden's fucking crazy. Like, I said this one joke, and somebody got mad at me, where I said, if the coronavirus doesn't kill us, Joe Biden will. Because Joe Biden is fucking crazy. That man is a rambling, incoherent mess of an individual. But yeah, supposedly we're all getting a stimulus check. We're all gonna be stimulated. I honestly don't know. Supposedly it's coming in tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And when I saw it, I was like, Wednesday? No new comics. I was just like, this is so bad. Like, this is like a punch in the gut. I'm getting $1,200 and the comic book store is closed. and I was just like, this is so sad. Like, supposedly it's coming in tomorrow. Supposedly, I'm not holding my breath or having my hopes up. Supposedly it's coming in tomorrow. If it is, then I am going to take a big chunk of it, hide it somewhere, and I'm going to buy food, water, and everything. And I might buy that something on Amazon. I don't know. One thing I saw, which was pretty fucking cool, was Nestle was selling like Justice League water, where it has like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam on the bottles. And I was just like, that is so cool. And it's like $12. I'm like, $12 for that? A water bottle with Batman on it is worth it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, for me, I'm gonna buy like salad and stuff. I'm gonna be stocked up on salad and vegetables, and buy, black olives, and I might make a big ass salad for tomorrow. Tomatoes, black olives, bacon bits, ranch dressing, croutons, cheese. I mean, I'll just do that. I'll just probably make a big ass salad. Just be like, because that's what I do. Like, if I make a salad, I'm making a salad that's gonna be good. So good that Lola tries to put her paw in it and take my salad. She's like, no, it's my salad. Me too. Like that's how I make pizza. I put like black olives, onions, peppers. I make mushrooms. I make like a veggie pizza. Like, I go out just making that. Like, if I make a homemade pizza, I'm making a homemade veggie pizza. Like, that's how it goes. I did try like turkey pepperoni, which is weird. Like, my dad was like, can you just try turkey pepperoni, put it on the pizza. And turkey pepperoni is not actually that bad. It's actually really good. It's good for you. It's healthier. It's not a lot of grease on a pepperoni. Turkey bacon, however, no. I had turkey bacon. Let me tell you, it was the nastiest thing ever. If I had to eat I am not making this up. This one time I went to a hardware store and it had a chocolate cover maggot. I am not. No, it was not. It was a chocolate covered. I think it was a maggot. Yeah, it was a maggot. Like, it was like chocolate covered bugs they had. And I was thinking, like, who the fuck would eat? Like, mind you, this is the same backwoods area like I talked about in the last episode, where you take different directions. Alright, you go left, then you go right, then you go left again. You see a big ass barn? It's right there. That area. They sell chocolate covered bugs. And I'm thinking, like, who the fuck would eat this? If I had to eat turkey bacon or chocolate covered maggot, I'm probably going to go with the bacon. Because that shit is gross. I mean, mind you, that's where we live. We're in the backwoods area, man. Like, chocolate covered bugs and shit. Like, and I was in my hometown, where I grew up in. I sometimes wonder, like, how the fuck am I normal? So anyway, I think I'll be back tomorrow. I think. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, nowadays with the virus thing, it's kind of weird. Because usually I'll be trying to find an exit to get out of the house for a while and do something. So anyway, yeah, probably be back tomorrow. I know I was supposed to read the Batman Frank Miller script. I'm just happy I read the Batman Tales Once Upon a Crime. My brain needed a break from Frank and his crazy writing. But anyway, I will be back tomorrow. It was fun doing the show. Y'all be safe. Wash your hands. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, you're amazing. Thank you, love. So are you. So, see y'all tomorrow.